Hey everyone, today you're going to hear of an idea that could revolutionize the way and the where of our everyday work. You'll also hear about the most surprising place around the house that I love to do Zoom calls. So welcome to our podcast, everybody. This is The Idealist. Jonathan, during the pandemic, we all learned how to work differently. We were working from our homes a lot.
Yep.
What did you discover about your working habits? Like, do you like the Zoom meetings? Do you like working from home?
I don't like meetings to begin with.
No?
So,
okay. I respect that.
But Zoom meetings, I guess, yeah, they're fine. I don't like being in one place for an extended period of time. So like, I don't like going to an office for very long. I don't like being at home for very long. Like, I need to move around, and I feel like I work better and think better if I'm moving.
Okay, so if you're in the home too long, what's your move? Where do you try to go?
Deep cigar bar, coffee shop, someplace like that.
You work from the cigar bar?
Sometimes I go to the cigar bar to work, but do I work from a cigar bar? That's another story. But I do actually go, if I go to a coffee shop, like that's the kind of place that I like to work at. Yeah. But I get frustrated because I feel like every time I go that every seat is taken, and I'm like, well, what do I do now? You know, you get your cup of coffee and then you're just like, you don't know where this goes. So then you get in your car and you're like, do I go to a park bench? Do I just sit in my car? This sucks. Then you go. Yeah. So it can be really frustrating finding a good place once you leave home to work, even though you want to.
Well, even if it does work in a coffee shop and you're able to work from a coffee shop, all of a sudden you're that guy.
Yeah.
You know who that guy is?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That guy spends $3 on a cup of coffee and stays there for 3 hours.
Yep. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So personally, I love working from home. I love Zoom meetings. I'm very strange, very odd.
Do you love Zoom meetings in comparison to regular meetings, or you're just like, but you're like, I love Zoom meetings. Like I would do Zoom meetings all day long if I could.
No, I don't love Zoom meetings in themselves. I like them comparatively.
Okay.
So if I have to get work done, I'd much rather do a Zoom meeting. If I need to like bond with the team, right, or build community with the team, of course you want to do that in person. But I feel like at least 80% of the work is work, and it's just a matter of getting stuff done. And I feel like you can check in with people on Zoom or over the phone,
right?
So much more seamlessly than we could before. Like now, it's everybody knows how to do it, and I love leveraging that, because I just feel I can be much more productive. It's more comfortable, at home. And you just think about how much time you waste.
Oh, I know, driving from,
meeting. To and fro, right? So no more to and fro.
To and fro.
But I found myself getting real audacious during the pandemic with working from home. And I would find myself doing Zoom meetings from my hot tub. Mm-hmm. I would be like wheeling and dealing topless in the hot tub. And
there you go with topless again, man. And I even took a picture of a topless store for you.
Topless store?
Remember it was Tops and Bottoms?
Oh, that's
store?
Right. That's right. That's right. Shirtless? I think you would say shirtless?
I would say shirtless, yes.
Okay, so I'm working shirtless from my hot tub. Like that's how much I love working from home.
Yeah. You're taking full advantage of it, man.
But why not?
No, I get it. I get it. You're taking full advantage of it.
Otherwise, it's just a waste of a hot tub.
Yeah.
So, Jonathan, I had this idea related to how people work. Okay. And the new way people are working. And here's let me share how I got the idea, and then I'll share what it is. So recently had a family member staying at my house. I had mother-in-law, father-in-law, sister-in-law, brother-in-law, baby-in-law number 1, baby-in-law number 2, all inside my 1,600 square foot home.
Nope.
Okay. This is the part where you go to the coffee shop, right?
Yep.
But I had work to do, and I don't have.
Of course you did. I would have so much work to do.
So much work to do. Hey, family, I've got some work to do. What are you doing, Brad?
Important stuff.
What kind of work is that, Brad?
Yeah.
And you say, listen, it's just I'm a busy guy. It's just really important work. So I did what a lot of people would do in that scenario. I got out of the house to do my work. And there is a beautiful park on the Intercoastal near my home. It's within a walking distance to my house.
Okay.
So I, of course, drove there.
Right. Oh, why would you walk?
Right.
Yeah.
So I drove there, and you know, I was working on my phone. I was making phone calls, and it dawned on me. It is gorgeous outside.
Yeah.
The weather is perfect.
We've had some very
very good weather. It's perfect outside. Why aren't people working outside?
Especially here, right?
Yeah, we're in South Florida. It's like we live where people vacation.
Yeah.
Right? It's good weather all year round. But there's other cities that have favorable weather like this, or at least times of the year when people want to get outside. But here's the opportunity. Who has cracked working outside? We have cracked working.
Beavers.
They are so productive outside.
Yeah, they're good.
Right? We should learn much from them. We have cracked working inside during the pandemic. That seemed to be like the first frontier. Mm-hmm. How do we do this? How do you do an office from home? How do you do Zoom meetings from home? How do we do team building from home? How do you connect with other people? I feel like we have at least, I don't know if we've mastered that, but we have definitely been exploring that space, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who is going to crack outdoor work and make it accessible, scalable, so everybody can do it, normalize it so it's not weird? And so my idea is outdoor workspaces.
Okay.
It's that simple. I want to make outdoor workspaces normal and accessible,
like playgrounds,
and fun. No, not outdoor workspaces for children. I'm talking about for adults. Okay, for you and I.
But
go ahead.
But like when you're saying create outdoor workspaces, are you saying like playgrounds, but just for adults?
No. I'm thinking a workstation in a bag that you take with you.
So like a portable
workstation.
Okay.
Portable workstation. So for instance, when you go to the beach now, you can get, the chair backpack, and it's got the chair backpack plus the cooler, right? Chair backpack plus cooler plus umbrella. Like we kind of carry recreation outside on our backs. Why aren't we carrying work outside on our back? So I'm imagining it's a product. It's an outdoor workstation that is portable, foldable. Put it on your back in a backpack. Unwrap it, unzip it, put it together in a matter of hopefully seconds, but moments. And you're sitting. I'd imagine it's a chair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's a chair that has a desk kind of go over the top of your lap. I'm imagining it can be enclosed so you can have some semblance of privacy. And I'm imagining it has charging stations so you can charge it at home, and then you can bring it with you. You can plug in your phone, plug in your computer. Maybe there's even, a fan attached to it so you can stay cool in there, but it can envelop you essentially into, I guess you might call it a pod. Like a working pod. And I'll stop there for now, but that's the big idea. It is a portable workstation that you can carry with you for outdoors.
Okay. I'll give you my gut reaction.
Okay.
Then we can do the idea exploder and get into my millions of yeah buts.
Okay.
But my gut reaction is I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
I liked when you said who has thought through, and I was so ready for you to say Brad has thought through. Brad has created this for us. And so I'm excited to dive into this a little more. I don't want to say cautiously because I'm not afraid of this idea, but I am like a little optimistic that it's going to be good, but I have some doubts.
Yeah. Okay. So
that's my gut reaction.
So stick with the optimism for a second. Why are you optimistic?
Because I love being outside, and I think that it would be great if we created an environment where more people were outside and able to work outside and not. I mean, lots of. I worked in an orchard for a while. I was in landscaping for a little bit. I loved both those jobs because you were outside. You felt free. You didn't feel like you were trapped inside someplace. So I think that is very appealing.
Yeah.
But so those would be my options.
Okay. Imagine you've been to New York City. Imagine going to Central Park.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful outside, and you've got white collar professionals, bankers, you've got accountants, you've got people who are, normally you think of them working inside.
Right.
But the question is why? Why not be outside? Yeah. Why not do your work outside if you can have some, minor privacy, some pod for yourself and do your work outside? I mean, that's the vision, going to Central Park and seeing, people even in suits, who are getting in their pod for maybe 2 hours, getting a break, getting outside the office and enjoying work outside.
Yeah. Well, I'm chomping at the bit to get to some
Okay,
yeah
so
buts.
let's do the idea exploder, and we'll start with yeah buts. You said you had 1 million of them.
Yes. So I first
give me the top ones.
I don't want to see New York City Central Park littered with pods. Like I'm okay with like people outside working, but then thinking of them being in little pods, it's like we took the inside and brought it outside and made it outside. Like
yeah.
That is
the idea. So you have a
tinier
philosophy.
Offices.
So you have like a almost like a philosophy of parks that this would potentially violate.
Not just
parks
that,
are for recreation. Parks
no.
for work.
I'm fine with people working there. I'm completely fine with them working there. I don't want to see pods everywhere, and I just feel like, what's the purpose then? We just made smaller offices. That's all you did is you made yourself a singular office that you're sitting inside of.
I mean, what is the purpose? The purpose is it's affordable, right?
Yeah.
Outdoors, anybody can get out there.
It's free, yeah.
Right? So it's free, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, when, as you were describing it, until you got to like I don't know if you said you were zipping it up, but I was picturing a tent that you would zip up and you're sitting inside and now you're trapped inside this pod. I liked everything about it except for that. Like I could see an umbrella, in case it rains, if the sun's shining too hot. Yeah. I understand your need for privacy, but maybe like in those moments that you need privacy, you could just go somewhere private. Like this would be the kind of thing where it doesn't solve all of your office needs, but it takes care of a lot of them. So you can feel free outside still.
I get you. I think that's a fair point, but let me come back with options.
Okay.
So what if you had the option for it not to be very private or the option for it to be more private? I mean, it's a zipper, right? I mean, I'm about to have maybe a more important conversation or it's a little more sensitive. I'm going to zip this thing up a little bit. Yeah. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to.
But I also see like frustration in me would set in if I zip my thing shut and then I hear somebody talking over there. Yeah. I'm going to be like, what? They can see I'm zipped up. Like they need to shut up. But if I'm just sitting out there working, I'm not at all going to think about them talking loud because I'm going to be like, well, I'm the one that's in the park. Yeah. So I need to be quiet.
Do you think an idea like this would require not education, but there's a little bit of a learning curve because
How do I dress?
That's a great question. How do you dress, right?
Yeah.
And I think I don't think there's any rules.
So, so I guess this would be another but are you trying to make this like the new norm or are you trying to sell some wearable office gear?
No, I'm trying to make working outside acceptable.
Acceptable or accessible?
Both. Okay. And I would say, would I use the word normative? I think I would. I think I would like to see it happening more. I don't know why. Like, I mean, you and I, we live at the beach.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, imagine, bringing noise canceling headphones with you. We haven't talked about all the features of this thing yet, but that could be part of the conversation if we go there. But I think it should be more normal than it is.
Okay, so features are one of my buts.
Okay.
My phone dies all the time.
Yeah, it's got a charging station. I said that. Like you charge it at home, you bring it with you, and it's all plug that bad boy in.
Okay, so it can charge. Mm-hmm. It has a workspace. Right, like a desk that folds down
over your lap.
How much do you think this bag weighs?
That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. That's a good but when you start adding in the charging stations,
all your stuff.
I mean, let's talk about all the things you could. Can we have fun with this?
Yeah.
What are all the things you could add onto this as features. Okay.
Coffee maker.
Coffee maker. Okay. Let's go a little less audacious. Okay. How about a hotspot?
Oh, yeah.
Comes with a hotspot.
It better. Yeah.
I was thinking like if you're going to have the option to enclose it, a fan might be nice to have in there, get a little breeze, a little circulation.
I mean, you're outside. So like, I feel like the little breeze is the breeze.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm against the fan idea. Like I can see
you don't like it.
No, like
I think it's too hot. You're just not going to be out there.
Yeah,
you think?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Any other features for it?
So I like the desk. I like the hotspot idea a lot. So because then you can make it a monthly fee that people are having to pay. Yep. What about a printer?
I think that's a real fun idea.
Okay.
But I feel like we need a new printer. Like I don't know a printer that's going to exist that currently exists that would work, because printers tend to be really heavy, really bulky. They're square. They're
Have you
large.
ever found a printer that worked? Like I feel like printers always work out of the box.
No.
Maybe. And then they're the worst.
No.
They're terrible. So why doesn't anybody make a printer that's like, aluminum foil that you get at the store? So it's like a box basically shaped like aluminum foil.
Yes.
The paper's wrapped in a roll like that.
Yes.
There's a little printer thing, cartridge, whatever, and it just prints itself out and it just prints right there, and then you tear off the sheet when it's done.
The paper's perforated at the
it's perforated, or it's got like a little knife thing that you just tear it off.
Yeah. I think that would be really cool.
And you could have that little, you just slide it in there on the side of your backpack.
I love it. I think there are obviously compartments for your laptop, compartments for other office supplies.
Your holder for your cell phone.
Yeah, holder for your cell phone, pencils, pens.
So you're wanting like this isn't just for writers, dreamers, email corresponders. You're thinking like a full-on office.
I think there are add-ons.
So could you have like little secretaries that are walking around the park that you can hire them for the hour and be like,
I love it. I love it. Yeah, that's a totally separate business, right? Park assistants.
Yeah.
PAs, we'll call them PAs.
Yeah.
PAs. No, I love that. You know where I think this idea would really work? We're in South Florida, but what if we were living, you're in Arizona, Colorado.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? I think of people who love to go, hiking.
Yeah.
I mean, to say, hey, I'm gonna work outside today, and I'm gonna take a beautiful hike. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna get my workstation set up, and then I'm gonna do work, and then I'm gonna hike some more. And like, what a fulfilling work day that would be.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
So I as I'm thinking about this more, I really like the idea of it being sort of like build your own work bag that you take with all, like we've put together, sourced a bunch of different options for it.
Correct.
Somebody gets on the site, picks what they want, customize it, they build it out, ship to them, and then they have their backpack that they can do all the things that everything fits just right, works just right.
Yep.
Windproof, rainproof, all that kind of stuff. Do you have any names for this?
I do. So my first name I came up with was Work Anywhere, and Wear, WEAR. Yeah, okay. Work Anywhere. So it's wearable. It's a wearable workstation. That was my best shot. Have you thought about this? What do you think? What's a better name?
Maybe the Workaround.
Yeah, I like that better.
The Workaround.
Oh, the Workaround is so good.
It could be, yeah. The Workaround.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Why do you like that one better than Work Anywhere?
I like Work Anywhere. If you had like a whole line of clothing that you were doing, Work Anywhere. But for one item like this, I think the Workaround.
The Workaround. Oh, it's good. It's memorable. It's catchy.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, you lived in Colorado, right?
Yep. I did.
Honestly, would you use something like this?
Yeah, for sure. I would. Yeah.
You would.
I wouldn't take the tent portion of it and get inside the tent and zip it up, and I would never have a fan. But but the other parts of it, I would 100%. And if it had an umbrella, like I would want a spot for an umbrella just for the sunshine. But I think it'd be. Camping. I would use it now.
I mean, what about like people that love to go camping?
Yep.
Why not go camping if you need to break away for work?
Yeah.
You bring the Workaround with you.
Yep. I would use it now. I would use it today if we had one,
Yeah, so, this is a great time of year.
And so I guess there's not a lot probably in the how does this make money aspect of things.
I think it's a company. It's a wearable company. I like the idea of customizing it. I think it's expensive.
Yeah, I do too.
I think this is like
500.
I think so.
Yeah, I do too.
I think so because it can't be. It has to be substantial,
right?
And it
can't be a JanSport backpack.
It can't. Yeah. And it's not something you want to get wet. I would imagine too. You want to. Maybe that's an upcharge though. If you get one that is, one that is more weather resistant.
Yeah.
But something that's going to last. It's got to last a long time. You've got the charging ports there, so there's some intricacies there.
Yeah.
So, I think it's at least a couple $100.
And then if you do if the bag itself is like a hotspot, like it connects to Skylink or whatever.
Yeah.
A monthly fee.
Yeah. Who would be taking that monthly fee? Is it the company or is it the outsourced? I'm assuming, the workaround. The workaround's not an internet company, right? So they're going to be bringing in a third party to broker the internet. But yeah, I would assume they would want a little bit of cut of that.
I think the internet in my car, I have to pay like something per month, and then I have to also pay the cell phone bill on it as well.
Yeah. So I would imagine
like
it wouldn't be. We couldn't make the internet thing too expensive though, because that would be annoying, right?
Yeah.
If you're like, I don't know if I want to use it because I'd have to use the internet, and the internet's so expensive.
Yeah.
But
so many people have hotspots on their phones now. Like you don't even.
Lots of unlimited data plans going on right now, so I don't think that's going to be too hard to crack.
Yeah, if somebody's dropping $500 on a backpack, they probably have that. But what you do need to do is make sure all of the equipment only fits. Like, it's all designed to just fit inside the workaround. So anytime anything breaks, they have to order it from you.
Oh,
they can't just get a knockoff.
That's good.
So making the paper in our printer only work through the workaround.
So the workaround is making the paper. They're making the printer.
Yeah. Or at least they've sourced it.
Yeah. The chargers, all of that is proprietary. That's a good idea. I like that. I like that. So I think it's a pretty simple, straightforward financial model.
Awesome.
Cool.
So we're going to rate it?
All right, we're ready to rate it. Okay, I'm going to give you a rating scale from, worst to best. I'm going to do worst place to work, best place to work.
Okay.
And you rate this idea somewhere in that spectrum. So on a scale of doing your own work from offsite at a children's, like a playground site, like a Thunderdome or a Sky Zone, one of those trampoline parks. You know what I'm talking?
Yeah.
Like a Chuck E. Cheese. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Okay. Working from there.
Okay.
Have you ever had to do that, by the way?
Never would. I would never do that.
Never do it? I've done it from Sky Zone.
What? Did you do a Zoom meeting?
From Sky Zone. I know I've taken phone calls, many phone calls from Sky Zone. Really? I've been on my computer at the trampoline park, but I have kind of like a superhuman gift / curse. Like I can write an essay from a sports bar. Like I can just
tune things out.
I can tune things out.
Yeah,
Kids are jumping around next to me. I just tune them out. It works really great in situations like that. But sometimes in your marriage, it's not so, hey, Brad, I'm over here.
Yeah.
Pay attention. Okay, so that's on one end of the scale. On the other end is working from a private island.
Okay, I like it.
That has shade. It's got sun. It's got a boat if you need to take a break and go on a little boat ride. It's got all the internet you need. It's got that printer you were talking about too, real seamless. So, just the most comfortable but inspiring workplace you could think of. A private island. So that's what you got. Trampoline park, private island. Where do you rate this?
I'm going to say, I'll just go lame and say Central Park.
Okay. Why did you pick Central Park?
It's not perfect.
It's not perfect.
It's inspiring.
It is.
It's
iconic.
I'm outside.
It's iconic.
Yeah, that's true. So maybe I should have picked Bryant Park. So let's go with Bryant Park.
Bryant Park is still iconic.
It's just you're still outside. It's nice. It's comfortable. It's better than being in the office.
Yeah.
It's not perfect.
Yeah.
But it's good. Yeah. And it's worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think it would be amazing if in a couple of years we're seeing people taking advantage of the outdoors, working from outside more. I think that would do a lot of good for people's emotional health.
Yeah,
emotional well-being, their mental health. So yeah, I'm pretty bullish on this idea.
Yep.
But it's mine, so I came up with it. So
good job.
All right, good conversation. Thanks for listening to this episode. We'd love it if you would like, rate, subscribe, and share this podcast with others. Know we've got a growing list of ideas, so we'll be back next time to share more with you. If you have an idea you'd like to share, head over to idealistpodcast.com and record your pitch right there on our site. We just may share it and pick it apart on an upcoming episode. So until next time, thanks again for joining The Idealist.